This handiwork of sludge stuff, I watch it. I watch it being farmed along with mosses, many other items around. Many materials, I should say, all of our different materials that I recognize. And like I say, I'm not a scientist, but I can get some knowledge by thinking. Either fishing shore or frog. But you see a few different ones, and whatever this thing there is supposed to be, look at how much well, I guess it's supposed to be a bear, but you get what I'm saying. And there's a assortment of different guys that really stand out. And then if you really look here, you'll see that all of those markings that you would think is just rain or whatever going on isn't. Those ones there, probably nobody around here for quite some time, but I can't say that for sure. I had a few different things that were set up around here, and they're gone now. So there's a really good chance that people were in here playing around. There's a bunch of more just get attention prints. And are any of them ever going to be real ones that I'm finding? Like authentically the bear, authentically the raccoon, the beaver, the whatever. Yes, maybe some of them are. But I'm telling you right now, the numbers that are being found out there, people are thinking they're the rats and all the different varmints that are hanging around. I watch different trackers and they're fooled all the time. And they're not fooled by the numbers. They're like clued in a little bit by the numbers and realizing, you know, how come I'm seeing thousands of prints every time I go out? Because in their cases, they can, because they're doing, you know, what do you call them, the culvert ways and stuff, where it's just through people's back farms and so all that kind of stuff. So they hit an area where they figure it would be really heavily populated, and that's the sign they're getting. And it's not so true. So where am I? I'm in this isn't authentically a park. It is authentically government land to some extent, I believe. And great for the crayfish. But it, to a high percentage, this won't be developed. What we get to see here, and it's large. It's a very large piece of land. And it's a huge connection to the river, which is our Fraser Valley River, the biggest river in Canada, to the mountains. That river is kind of what you would get it. It would be on a long flowing valley. So that's what the Fraser River is doing. And all the mountains in British Columbia that don't head their water to the United States or something. They are pretty much heading it to here eventually. Or not here, but I mean the Fraser River. And it doesn't have a comparison to the Mississippi, but it's probably a small cousin. I've really been training myself on getting better at my footing. Just went and got myself a new camera. I hope you're happy. And oh yeah, about my health and stuff. I've been working really deeply into my physical health. And I have figured out some stuff that has become so essential to my daily routine of taking care of myself. And it's, you know, I'm going to say that I kind of have developed my own program. For sure, I've developed my own program of the health routine that I'm doing. And I'm talking about a physical thing, and I'm not talking about weightlifting. Talking about it's just going to be, it would be your own body. So if I come out to talk about it on a video or two soon, just like my skincare, I've been doing a higher level of skincare on myself. And I kid you not, it's like it's rejuvenating it and so on and so forth. And in some respects, I give credit to these guys out here because they're rejuvenating that they do with the trees. And I started to so much just see how we were a different level of a tree. You know, it's a thing with a whole bunch of limbs. We're a thing with 4 limbs. And we don't get reminded how often we're Earth species by realizing that a dog has 4 limbs, and a beaver, and 2 nostrils, 2 eyes. You know, some of the innards might even be similar. So, you know where I'm going with that. That means that if we can look at all these billions of or millions of different mammals and such or whatever, relate with them, well, we've got to put them in the thing of being on that spaceship too. If we've come from somewhere else, then they came from somewhere else. And that's just all, just silly talk if you ask me. Those people are just in fantasy land. They like a lot of movies and stuff. And if you're one of those people, just don't take me as it being insulting. Just don't believe me, prove me wrong, or just flow with it. I suggest just flow with it, because I can't be perfect and not insult people if I'm going to talk. Some people might not like my accent and could find it offensive in a way, my tone of voice and things like that. So just bear with all the upsetting things about me. When my knowledge comes out of me, the knowledge that I'm obtaining, you know, if you're a believer, then I'm obtaining this through gifts, no doubt. And part of the gift would be being able to recognize as well as I do from previous knowledge. And so what I'm saying with that is I got a lot of knowledge and 7 years worth plus just doing this, exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to end this video out by doing an extension here for you. I'm going to extend it all the way. I'm going to go like this. Like that, I guess I'm going to do. And I'm going to hope you do not fall off my stand. Like that then. Just change a little bit of brightness. No. the areas I don't get to see from my level. Look, it's just sitting there. Living in a pretty big one. Skeeter season, but it's not that bad. I remember worse. Just as I was saying the I heard a knock. Oh, battery. The battery's on its way out, so I'm gonna say goodbye. This is probably where I would have heard the knock from in this region here. Unless it was a higher up knock. Like that. So cheers to all. Thank you for tuning in.